What's up, YouTube? T Movies here. Now, 2021 had some really cool Netflix original movies that got released. So I decided to do my top 10 favorite Netflix originals films, that is. But these, of course, have to be like films that was bought by Netflix and films that Netflix made, etc. So with that being said, here are my top 10 favorite Netflix original movies of the year. All right. Number 10, it's a film that's most likely going to be an Oscar consideration, and that is, of course, Jane Campion's Power of the Dog. I thought the cinematography was really decent. I didn't love it as most people did, but I still thought it was really decent. Benedict Cumberbatch was really good. Cody Smith McPhee was great. Kristen Dunst was terrific. Nice to see Jane Campion back, back behind the camera for the first time since 2009's, since 2009. What was the last film she did? Oh, okay. I forgot the last one step. But that aside, this definitely is a really intriguing film, and I'm definitely really intrigued to see what she's gonna do next in the future. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Power of the Dog, it's on Netflix. Go watch it. Really decent film. 9, I'm gonna go with I Care a Lot. Now, I Care a Lot. Now, the lead character of I Care a Lot is not really all that likable. Now, of course, she is played by Rosamund Pike, who plays like this shady legal guard who lands in hot water when she tries to she pretty much a woman who has ties to this gangster played by Peter Dinklage, and this woman and pretty much this legal guard tries to get people evicted from their homes and stuff like that. Uh, I mean, she's kind of a disgrace, but Matt Rosamund Pike plays this role perfectly. Maybe one of the best performances she's ever given, probably since Gone Girl, really. Peter Dinklage was great. You also had Diane Weiss was terrific as well. It's a really decent film. If you guys haven't seen that. Of course, the movie got released all the way back in February, and it's a shame that more people are not really talking about it as much as they should. But it's a really decent film. If you guys haven't seen it. Number 8, I'm gonna go with Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Now, I thought these was okay to be honest with you, but I kind of really prefer Army of the Dead instead. Army of the Dead, it was really cool. Like really cool year for Zack Snyder, by the way, between reviving the Snyder cut and and returning to the zombie genre for the first time since 2004 as Dawn of the Dead was intriguing. Dave Bautista was great. I like the other few supporting cast members. Really fun film. The bloodshed was really cool. I'm hope like we're pretty much going to be getting more Armored than in the future. Like of course they got an animated spinoff in the works. There is supposed to be a sequel coming out. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen Army of the Dead, definitely go check it out. All right. Number 7, I'm gonna go with the Mitchells versus the Machines. Now, this is actually one of the few films that Sony ended up selling to Netflix. The film was supposed to go to theirs, but obviously, because of certain situations, they decided to release just dump this thing on Netflix. And I still thought it was really decent. Definitely is in my top, not just my top 10, my top 5 favorite anime movies of the year. Tomorrow, once I see Sing 2, I will be doing my top 10 anticipate like my top 10 favorite anime movies of the year. And spoiler, Mitchell vs. Machine is in that list. It's really cool. The animation style is great. The voices from Abby Jacobson to Danny McBride is terrific. I just thought, I mean, this definitely had that Phil Lord and Chris Miller vibe to it. They didn't direct or anything, but you can definitely tell they had like some sort of involvement with the direction. It's a really fun one. I hope they do a sequel in the future because I know it was a really excellent one. All right, number 6, I'm gonna go with the Kevin Hart film Fatherhood. Now, this actually shows that Kevin Hart could be not just a straight up lace comedian that we know of. And here I thought he was excellent. The movie is, of course, it's a bit of a true story film directed by Pete Weiss. Kevin Hart as chemistry with his young daughter, played by Melanie Hurd, was terrific. Lil Rel Howery was great in this. Paul Reiser was great. I mean, it's a really decent film about fatherhood. It's a very lighthearted film, And between this and True Story, it is showing that Kevin Hart is not just that comedian we now love. When he really wants to, the guy could do drama really well, and we've seen that with Fatherhood, and of course we've seen that with with True Story. So if you have not really seen a Fatherhood yet, give it a go. All right, number five. I'm changing a little bit, but I am gonna add the Fear Trilogy. I probably prefer a night. Probably night. I probably prefer 1978 out of Audrey, but I still thought Audrey trilogies was really cool. I really had such a good time with them. Of course, I did my top 10 favorite horror movies of the year, and the Fear Street trilogies is in that list. I really, I probably could have separated them, but I'm actually just going to combine them into one film. Because if you combine them into just one movie, you know, there's that. Uh, it's a really cool one. Cool bloodshed. The kills are really decent. I really dig these movies, and I hope we get to see maybe more stuff in the fishy world. Because I know R.L. Stein did wrote other books set in this world as well. So man, I hope we do get more adaptations in the future. Because I don't they did something that hardly no one ever done. Like release Audrey films like week by week, which I know was excellent there. So yeah, if you haven't seen the Fear Street movies, definitely give them a go. All right, four is probably gonna be unpopular, but I don't care what you say, the unpopular or not. Number four, I'm gonna go for Red Notice. Red Notice is one of the fun action movies of the year. I actually saw this one in theaters. I had a ball with it. Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot were all awesome. The action was great. The humor, it's you get what you get when you see a Dwayne Johnson or a Ryan Reynolds movie, and the humor is just terrific. I'm hoping they do. Like Dwayne Johnson is talking about that there is a possible sequel in the works, so this could easily become a multi-million franchise. So hopefully we do get one off the ground. All right, number three is another western, and that is The Heart of the Four. Not a bad year for westerns. Between The Power of the Dog and The Heart of the Four, I mean, it seems like the western genre is pretty much back. And The Heart of the Four is a really fun western. Uh, Such a great cast from Idris Elba to John DeMages to R.J. Kyler to Regina King, Zazie Beetz. I love the cast in this. The action and violence is great. Definitely feels like a spaghetti western. Definitely feels like those classic Quentin Tarantino western vibes. And it's a really or those like queer conservative western movies. It's so fun. It's entertaining. The music by Jay Z is really decent. James Samuel, this is actually his first feature, and he nailed it out of the park with this movie. I mean, it's a really intriguing film. If you guys have seen it. All right, number two, I'm gonna go with The Guilty. The Guilty. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal is pretty much the only major stars in this, and all he does is literally just sit behind the desk as a number one operator. And I thought Jake Gyllenhaal nailed it. You had most actors, other actors were also in this, but they were mostly voiceovers. Like you had Bill Burr, you had Riley Keough was in this, Pierre Sarsgaard. You had some really cool supporting players. But man, Jake Gyllenhaal, this is definitely one of his best performances. The guy nails it out of the park. He does such a great job here. He really buys his role perfectly. Some of his like dramatic stuff in this is so intriguing, so believable. I just thought this movie was excellent. I actually also saw this one theaters as well, and it's a really fun film worth checking out. Very intense. Like this movie will keep you guessing from beginning to end. Go watch it. It's a really intriguing film. All right, my number one favorite Netflix movie of the year is another musical. Last year, my favorite Netflix movie, by the way, was The Prom. This year is another Netflix musical, and that is, of course, Tick Tick Boom. I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he nailed it out of the park with this movie. Andrew Garfield, all due respect to Will Smith, I'm pretty sure he is still going to win for King Richard. But holy cow, I am hoping Andrew Garfield sneaks in there to win. I just thought this is his best performance since Hacksaw Ridge. He is so good in this. He embodies the role. John Great cameos by Broadway veterans. Uh, the music, of course. The music in this thing is insane. Bradley Whitford as the late Steve Sondheim was terrific casting. Vanessa Hudgens, Alexander Shipp, great cast, like great supporting cast. This movie is also in my top, literally in my top 10 movies of the year. It's that good. It's really entertaining. It's definitely, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Between West Side Story, In the Heights, and Tick Tick Boom, this just might be my favorite musical there. And that's hard to say when we have a musical of the year that's directed by Steven Spielberg. But Tick Tick Boom is so well done. Great script. If you guys have not seen it, go watch it. Uh, you won't be disappointed. But that's pretty much it. Let me do the rundown. 10, The Power of the Dog. 9, I Care a Lot. 8, Army of the Dead. 7, The Mitchells vs. the Machines. 6, Fatherhood. 5, Fear Trilogy. 4, Red. 3, The Horror They Fought. 2, The Guilty. And 1, Tick Tick Boom. Now, there's a load of other ones I could have added. Let me pull up some other films here. Of course, the last Netflix movie I pretty much saw this year was, of course, the other The Lost Star with Olivia Colman, pretty decent. Unforgivable with Sandra Bullock was okay. Passing was decent. Not every Netflix movie of the year was all that great. Like American Motion Picture, that was actually disappointing. I thought the trailer looked decent, but that movie was actually pretty terrible. Uh, Definitely not Night Thief. I'm one of the rare folks who did not mind Sweet Tooth, by the way. I mean, I know Sweet Tooth did not, with Jason Momoa in it, did not get so much love, but I know Sweet Tooth was pretty fun. Definitely not Things Heard and Seen. That movie was actually terrible. Blood Red Sky was pretty decent. There is still actually some I should probably see. I haven't had a chance to check out everything, but I of course just saw Sing All the Way and Mixtape. Those were pretty decent. Uh, Love Harder was actually not so bad. I thought that was an okay little rom com. Beckett with John Day Washington. That movie was terrible, but Malcolm Marie was pretty decent. So yeah, had some pretty good stuff this year. Not everything Netflix like it shows that not everything it shows that Netflix doesn't always put out of crap. All right? So anyway, let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Netflix original movies of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Tim signing off.